Hello and welcome to Chabot News for May 2nd, 2024. My name is Evan Netto and today we'll be covering a special tribute to George Gershwin, the Innovation Festival here in Hayward, and the Chabot College Business Awards. In entertainment news, India will tell you about the upcoming Lion King movie, and finally, in sports news, Alan has the latest updates on a beer chugging contest at an NHL game. All that and more coming up in today's edition of Chabot News. The Pleasanton Community Concert Band pulled out all the stops to pay tribute to one of the world's greatest composers, George Gershwin. We sent our reporter Jasmine Bester to get exclusive insight into the event. Here's a closer look.
The Valley Community Church put on a show-stopping performance to honor none other than George Gershwin himself. George Gershwin was a composer and pianist who primarily wrote for the Broadway musical theater world. He blended classical music with the styles and techniques of popular music and jazz. George Gershwin's older brother, Ira Gershwin, is responsible for the majority of the lyrics that went along with George's compositions. The Gershwin brothers developed a close-knit songwriting partnership that spawned hits such as "Oh Lady Be Good," "The Man I Love," and "Let's Call the Whole Thing Off." Another popular musical score, such as "S Wonderful," was performed by Chabot College's very own Gina Olivia Pang. This next piece, "Someone to Watch Over Me," was composed specifically for the Chabot Concert Choir. Take a look at this.
Won't you tell him please to put on some speed? Follow my lead, oh, how I need someone to watch over me.
And last but not least, New York Juilliard School alumnus and guest pianist Daniel Glover performing the critically acclaimed piece, Rhapsody in Blue. It seems as if April has been the month of honoring George Gershwin, considering the fact that the legendary duo, Elton John and Bernie Taupin, were just honored as the 2024 recipients of the Library of Congress Gershwin Prize for Popular Song. Even though George Gershwin died at such a young age, it's nice to see people still keeping his memory alive. I'm Jasmine Bester. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Jasmine. What a tribute that was. Even though George Gershwin died at such a young age, his musical achievements are still remembered today. Are you a fan of Billie Eilish? If so, get your pocketbooks ready because she's coming to the Bay Area in December. Oscar and Grammy Award-winning singer Billie Eilish is coming to San Jose for 2 shows from her Hit Me Hard and Soft tour. Eilish is scheduled to take the SAP center stage on Tuesday, December 10th and Wednesday, December 11th. Eilish is set to release her highly anticipated 3rd studio album, Hit Me Hard and Soft, on May 17th. Los Angeles will have 3 shows from Sunday, December 15th to Tuesday, December 17th. Then, in February 2025, she'll begin the Australian leg of her tour. Chabot College has partnered with a historically black college in Alabama to expand educational opportunities for students. Chabot has entered an agreement with Miles College in Birmingham, Alabama to create a guaranteed transfer pipeline from Chabot to Miles. This agreement will also comes with a Bridge Scholarship. Chabot couldn't be more excited for this relationship with Miles College and for the strong ties it'll develop between our institutions, said Chabot President Dr. Jamal Cooks. Cooks also plans to expand the college's relationship with other HBCUs with a possibility of focusing on smaller schools that might otherwise be overlooked. The city of Hayward collaborated with Cal State East Bay for the Innovation Festival on Wednesday, May 1st. The festival showcased the latest innovations, fostered entrepreneurship, and connected visionary minds from all across the region. The event included a variety of engaging activities, including startup pitches, a fireside chat, focusing on the latest technology trends, startup company exhibitions, and a startup job carnival. Hayward companies that participated included Amazon Web Services, a global provider of cloud-based services, Applied Silver, a biotechnology company that developed commercial antimicrobial solutions using silver ions, and Taylor, an AI-driven menswear subscriptions company. Now we go to our reporter, India Richardson, for this week's look at entertainment news.
Thanks, Evan. Supermodel Gisele Bündchen was caught on camera getting emotional as she was pulled over by police in South Florida this week. The 43-year-old broke down in tears after being stopped by the Surfside officer and explaining to him that paparazzi is stalking her. The cop lets her off with a warning and suggests she file a report with Miami Beach police. Bündchen owns 2 homes in Miami Beach near her ex-husband, NFL legend Tom Brady. Bündchen is often photographed out and about with their 2 kids and with her boyfriend, fellow Brazilian and martial arts instructor Joaquim Valente. Disney has released the trailer for the new upcoming Lion King movie titled Mufasa. The new film is set to explain Mufasa's origins. Disney released the first trailer for the new Lion King movie, Mufasa, The Lion King, tells Mufasa's backstory. It's a prequel to the 2019 photorealistic movie. Among the cast, Aaron Pierre is Mufasa, and Beyoncé returns to voice Nala. Her daughter, Blue Ivy, is the voice of Simba's daughter. A number of actors from the 2019 film cast are also returning. Mufasa, The Lion King hits theaters on December 20th. That's all for entertainment news for this week. I'm India Richardson. Back to you, Evan.
Thanks, India. The Chabot Business Department recently held their annual Faculty Awards for Excellence, celebrating business students with outstanding performance in their classes. We sent reporter Cole Wagner to cover the ceremony.
The annual Business Awards took place here at Chabot College on April 18, 2024. The event celebrates and acknowledges outstanding performance by business and accounting students in their various classes. I asked business faculty member and event coordinator Lynn Klein how these awards got their start.
This was our 10th annual event. We started back in 2012.
Nearly 30 awards were presented to various students, many of whom have plans to move on to 4-year universities to continue their business education.
I started here because I wanted to get a certificate, and when I started coming, I figured out that the classes I need for certificate, it will help me also get a degree.
I have received some school acceptances. I'm still waiting on a couple, and after graduating though, I do plan to, I'm still between working in finance or going into law school.
The award recipients ranged from first-time students, returning students, and online students. I asked them what it means to them personally to receive these awards.
That I'm being recognized, that I have talent doing what I what I'm doing.
It proves to me that I could do much more than I think. I believe it helped me believe more on myself and also encourage my kids to do the same.
Not only are these awards significant to the students, but also to the staff who decide the winners.
I'm getting like all emotional about this because it's a great feeling. It's a result of your work.
It's one of my favorite things we do here at Chabot because we get to choose our best students and see them all together here at the end of every academic year.
The award winners and staff even had some encouraging words for anyone looking to end up on the podium at next year's ceremony.
Put the effort in and enjoy learning.
Exactly. Focus on your goal.
Ask for help, because you're not in this alone, that there's help everywhere you need, tutors, faculty members, you just got this.
Whether you're a returning student or you're either at a high school or you're concurrent enrollment, you can do it.
Great. Thanks, Cole. Many of the awards winners dedicated their successes to friends, family, and the support of faculty. On Wednesday, April 17th, the Muslim Student Association held a celebration for Eid al-Fitr. We sent our reporter Hamza Bouja to cover the event.
On April 17th, the Muslim Student Association organized an event for Chabot College dedicated to the celebration of Eid. We asked Wafa Ali, one of the organizers, about the preparation that went into this event.
So we've been planning this event for a few weeks now. We meet every Tuesdays, 12 to 1 in room 751, second level of the 700 building.
The Muslim Student Association was made to inform people about the misinformation that is spreading regarding Muslims around the world.
And so we just meet as a group. We talk about, because it was Ramadan, we were talking about things of religion and Islam.
One of the importances of Ramadan is spending quality time with family.
The fact that my entire family was able to sit at share a meal, at the same time during that month, it just brought the family closer together.
Ramadan didn't just bring families closer together, but it brought the community at Chabot closer as well. They really did an amazing job because the event had a huge turnout and they made sure to keep people engaged throughout the entire event by starting off with educating people on the reasons why Eid is celebrated, and after they had henna design stations.
They actually said it was their first time doing it, so it looks beautiful.
They also let people try on traditional clothing from Afghanistan, and they had food prepared for everybody.
This is an amazing student group, MSA, Muslim Student Association, and they just did an absolute amazing job. I'm blown away with them.
Thanks, Hamza. The event was a great experience for the Chabot College community. We're diving into the heart of San Francisco's vibrant culture as we join our reporter Diana Osalenko. Let's see what Diana has uncovered amidst the bustling crowds and unusual offerings of Treasure Island.
Welcome to the heart of the Bay Area at Treasure Fest. Are you ready for the jam-packed weekend celebrating local music, food, artists, and creators?
Treasure Fest is a Bay monthly curated festival held on Treasure Island in San Francisco Bay. With its stunning waterfront views and diverse array of attractions, Treasure Fest truly embodies the spirit of San Francisco, offering an unforgettable experience for all who venture to this island treasure. Find your favorite brand. Discover hundreds of local emerging brands, vintage designers, artists, home goods, and crafts. Whether it's a colorful vintage jacket, a new home design ideas, or your best friend's birthday gift, there is something for everyone here, and it's definitely a treasure. Step into a world of wonder as a magician takes center stage.
And for me.
I brace myself for an unforgettable magic trick with Jonathan Strange. Let the show begin. Somehow, Jonathan appears to magically extract each needle from his throat, threading them onto the string one by one, leaving me and the audience in disbelief and wonder.
There you go. At first I thought it was kind of crazy for someone to do this because I kind of grew up in like a traditional household, and I don't know about street shows and stuff like that. But until I came here, I'm like, oh wow, you can actually do this. You can actually make your way.
Imagine everything you love about the Bay Area all in one place. Experience local music, art, food, creators, and community at Treasure Fest. Let's enjoy our beautiful home and support the community. Treat yourself with the diverse flavors from over 300 food and drink vendors and explore unique creations from talented local artists and creators. Stumble upon a fascinating business idea, I decided to delve deeper and uncover the story behind these unique creations.
This is Eversoul Crafts, so it's a play on my last name. And I love to drink wine, and I had a lot of gorgeous wine bottles that I was saving, and then I realized I wanted to do something else with them, so I started cutting the bottles and turned them into candles.
Embark on a family adventure like no other at the Treasure Fest event in San Francisco. It's a treasure trove of fun with plenty of activities for kids and adults alike. There is something for everyone to enjoy. Mark your calendars for the next event happening on the weekend of May 25th-26th and enjoy a weekend of excitement and discovery. I'm Diana Osaulanko reporting from Treasure Islands for Chabot TV News.
Thank you, Diana, for taking us along on this journey and sharing the excitement of such a cool event. It's been an absolute pleasure exploring Treasure Fest with you. Stay tuned for more urban adventures coming your way soon. Now we go to our reporter Alan Sampson for this week's look at sports news.
Thanks, Evan. A former NFL player's daughter beat her dad at his own game. Former offensive lineman Taylor Lewan has just chugged a beer for the Jumbotron at the hockey playoff game. That's when his daughter followed suit. She grabbed her cup of water and out-chugged Dad by a whole 10 seconds. CNN Jeannie Moose shows us how she wowed the crowd.
It turned out to be a dad-daughter chugging contest, only Dad seemed overjoyed that his kid was such a pro. Former NFL offensive lineman Taylor Lewan was introduced. On the Jumbotron at a Stanley Cup hockey playoff in Nashville, he chugged a beer, then dumped it on his head. That's when his daughter Wynn began imitating him with her water. Chugging and chugging, and the longer she chugged, the more excited her dad got, until she finally came up for air and he lifted her up in his arms. Most folks thought it was awesome. That was the best daddy-daughter moment ever, though a few were put off. This is pathetic parenting, cringe fest. There's absolutely nothing cute about teaching your daughter to chug a drink. Tell that to Clark Griswold, who tried to bond with his son in the desert over a beer, and his son ended up chugging the whole can. Taylor Lewan tweeted, "The whole way home, my daughter was talking about how legendary it was." The Nashville Predators hockey team noted, "Like father, like daughter." And the NFL chimed in. Taylor Lewan gets out-chugged by his daughter. Dad chugged for 3 seconds, his daughter chugged for 12. As one commenter raved, "Future life of the party." Jeannie Moose, CNN, New York.
Thanks, Jeannie. It seems like Wayne is following in her father's footsteps. Mexican Alvarez punches Briton John Ryder during their super middleweight title fight at Akron Stadium on May 6, 2003. In Zapopan, Mexico, Sal Canelo Alvarez has made fighting on Cinco de Mayo weekend, which celebrates Mexico's victory over France in the Battle of Puebla on May 5, 1862, a habit. This year, the undisputed super middleweight champion faces fellow Mexican Jaime Munguia on May 4th in Los Angeles, a day before his compatriots celebrate their national holiday, widely recognized as an occasion to eat tacos, drink, and make merry. I feel so proud about this fight because it's two Mexicans in one of the best weekends in Las Vegas. Everybody is watching us the first time two Mexicans fighting over the spirit for the four belts. Alvarez told CNN Espanol 1, I feel so proud about this fight. In boxing, there are 4 governing bodies, the WBC, WBA, WBO, and IBF. Each governing body has a title belt for each weight division. And if a fighter captures all 4, they are known as the undisputed champion of that division. Alvarez is putting all 4 of his super middleweight belts on the line as he takes on Munguia. In May 2002, the world was stunned when Alvarez suffered a shock defeat to Russian Dmitry Bivol, having made the step up to lightweight heavyweight. But he avenged that loss with 3 consecutive victories back at the more familiar super middleweight level. This will be the first time Alvarez has fought another Mexican in May since his unanimous win over Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. in 2017. I think Munguia is a good fighter, but we will see, Alvarez said. He has something dangerous in front, so we will see. That's all for this week's Look at Sports News. I am Alan Sampson. Now back to you, Evan.
Thanks, Alan. Here at Chabot College, we have students opening their creative pathways to start their own podcasts. We sent our reporter Paula Katakatika to get a closer look at one of these podcasts.
One of Chabot College's podcasts, The Better Box, runs on KTCH 89.9 FM, where a group of friends and special guests discuss their opinions and thoughts about films, as well as other topics they have interest in. Better Box's name plays off a social network called Letterboxd, where many movie lovers can share their thoughts and opinions on films they have seen. Though the group were strangers at the start of 2023 fall semester, they have been working closer together on the second season currently running in the spring semester of 2024. Their host Jeremy Guerrero discusses the process of how the podcast started.
It started off more focused on, because we're all film majors, so it started off more focused on discussing films and movies and like the production and our opinions on them. And we kept going. When I became the host, I wanted to branch out a little bit more because we can only talk about movies so much, and I enjoy talking with my friends, so it's more of a general podcast. We still lean towards movies because that's our expertise.
From the first season to the second, they had gotten closer as friends and created a community with each other. Better Box's member Mari Mendezbal had talked about his feelings towards being in the podcast.
We weren't friends at first when we started the semester, but we became friends through the film program. You know, we have a lot of things in common, and I think we've become closer friends through the podcast, through other stuff we've been doing, like the film club, shout out as well. And yeah, it's been really fun getting closer with the guys. It's really cool just relating on like the subjects that we enjoy.
Other members like Barry and Jack also expressed their experience and feelings towards being in the podcast.
It sounded like fun talking about movies, especially as being a film major. It sounded like a great way to also make new friends. You have to connect with new people, so I think this is a great way.
For me to the podcast was a sense of community and having the ability to discuss movies and media is pretty cool.
As the spring semester is nearing the end, the podcast's second season will be closing off soon. But it does not stop the members from wanting to continue and expand their podcast even after their time at Chabot. Wanting to look more into the Better Box podcast's content, look at their YouTube Better Box Media as well as on Spotify and tune in on KTCH 89.9 FM Mondays at 3.
Thanks, Paula. If you enjoy listening to podcasts or the radio, check out our radio station KCRH 89.9 FM, the best variety in the Bay. Now we go to our reporter, Diana Osalenko, for a special Earth Day report.
Thanks, Evan. Welcome to a special Earth Day segment. Today, we are diving deep into the heart of one of our planet's greatest challenges, ocean pollution. Imagine this, majestic whales and playful dolphins, symbols of the ocean vastness and vitality, now washing ashore lifeless. Pollution and human activity have taken a devastating toll on our oceans, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Islands of plastic waste, chemical runoff, and other pollutants pose a grave threat to marine life and ecosystems. The consequences are dire, not just for the creature beneath the waves, but for the health of our entire planet. Rising sea levels, coral bleaching, and extreme weather events are just some of the challenges facing our ocean today. But there is a hope. We are on the front line of the fight against these environmental threats, and there are actions we can take to make a difference. Each of us has a role to play in safeguarding our oceans for future generations, from reducing our use of single-use plastic to supporting initiatives that protect marine habitats. So on this Earth Day, let's recommit ourselves to protecting the natural wonders that surround us. Together, we can ensure that our stunning landscape, rich in diversity, continue to thrive for years. Because after all, paradise should never come at the cost of innocent lives.
Thanks, Diana. It's a huge hurdle for many health goals. Food cravings can stand in the way of losing weight, and experts say emotions play a critical role in what we choose to eat. But you can stay on a healthy track. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has ways to control your junk food cravings.
If you're craving something sweet or salty instead of something fresh and healthy, you're not alone.
Emotions do impact how we eat. That's why they're called comfort foods. Stress, anxiety, sadness, anger, even boredom can trigger these harmful eating habits like overeating, poor food choices.
Dr. Sanjay Gupta says when we have intense feelings like stress, our bodies make hormones that make us want to seek out comfort food. But he says there are ways to control those cravings.
Find an outlet for your stress. Exercise, nature walks, meditation, time with family and friends.
Gupta says you can also take a tea break. Sipping tea can also help emotional cravings, or try eating what he calls busy snacks.
That means foods that keep your hands moving, popcorn, vegetables, and a healthy dip.
Gupta says to pre-portion favorite snacks to avoid overeating them. Keep tempting snacks out of reach or don't buy them at all. And if all else fails, talk to a doctor.
No shame in seeking help. If what you're doing isn't working, talk to a professional about your emotions and how they might be impacting your dietary choices.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Thanks, Mandy. The CDC says it's okay to have comfort foods every now and again and recommends trying a lower calorie version of foods you crave, eating smaller amounts of those foods, or simply cutting back. Instead of eating it every day, try it weekly or monthly. Students in Sacramento, California aren't just learning about science, engineering, and tech. They're also putting their knowledge of clean energy to the test in a race. Kelly Curran has the story.
I have all of my freshmen do it, and so it's a great finale to the school year. So they are able to design their own car body, and they add the kit with the wheels and everything. I say the gears will cause you tears, because getting the gears to meet with the motor and the axle is really difficult.
I was introduced to this competition by my teacher, and I thought it would be a lot of fun because I know that solar panels are a new source of energy, and it would seem really fun to experiment with that as a student. And also design-wise, we could experiment with how to make the most efficient car.
On your marks, get set, go!
And it's not just about the fastest car. There are awards for creativity, too.
We have some trophies. We have our first, second, and third place for the actual car that goes the fastest. But then we also have some awards. We have one's called the Best Artistic Award, so for that kid that designed their car just really creatively. But then we also have the Innovative Engineering Design, so that person that just really did something out of the box. We also have a Grit and a Gumption Award, so basically that kid that overcame a lot of issues throughout the day but kept racing.
We didn't win first, but I know that we finished the race. I'm proud of our progress that we made.
Many of the students participating are already planning on careers in STEM.
I'm already coming to Sac State next year anyway, and my major is computer science.
I do plan on going into engineering in the future. I don't know what school I want to go to yet, but I'm hoping to get into mechanical engineering would be my hope.
We need students to be educated in solar. They need to know about sustainable energy because they're the future.
Thanks, Kelly. The Sacramento Municipal Utility District holds the solar race each year. That's all for Chabot News this week. Thanks to all the students and staff in the Mass Communications Department here at Chabot College for making this production possible. You can watch us anytime online at youtube.com/ChabotTV. Stay tuned to KCTH Channel 27 on Comcast for more Chabot TV.